Hello everyone, my name is Von Marie Moniz. I am an event planner and owner of Lovely Events by Von, where we help you keep calm, stay lovely, and party on. So today we're talking about cocktail parties, themes, and how to plan them and all of that fun stuff. So usually for the holiday season, since everyone has a lot of parties to attend, it's probably better to try to have a cocktail party rather than a full sit down dinner. I mean, you can if you want to, or you can do like a mix of both. Like maybe have more appetizers and maybe like one main entree, whatever you prefer. But usually it's probably best to keep it to just a cocktail party. Um, you know, you can invite a bunch of people, however many you can fit in your house or venue, and then just have a good time with appetizers and drinks. So, like I said, planning a holiday party or for friends can be stressful and time consuming. So we always worry about having enough food and enough to drink, but in reality, people are gonna mostly be there for the social aspect of the whole thing. So, don't worry too much about how much food you have. Um, just make sure you have enough drinks to keep the party going and the vibes going. So, um, and also it's a lot less money. Usually, it's less money to have a cocktail party because you really just have to worry about the food. You can have it like bring your own alcohol and then just have like a signature drink and a few things for everybody. But usually it's a lot less expensive and a lot more fun because you can do a lot more with it. So number one, I would say keep it simple. Just do hot or cold appetizers. You can stick to my favorite thing to do is buffalo chicken dip. It's a big hit with my family. So I do buffalo chicken dip. You can do Oreo balls, which is really easy to make. You don't have to bake, and you just pop it in the freezer after you roll it up and stuff. Um, but the best way to go is probably to stick with small appetizers that aren't so messy. That would probably be ideal. So any dips, any veggies, fruit, um, buffalo chicken, if you want to do that instead, chicken tenders, um, chips and dip, anything along those lines. So it's going to be easy to grab and pop in your mouth and still be able to walk around. Meatballs too. One of my friends really likes to make meatballs. I never really thought too much about it, but meatballs is a good idea. Or kielbasa. My husband makes a killer maple brown sugar kielbasa. So, but anything that's simple, easy to make, and easy to grab and walk around so you can mingle. Number two, make it a theme. So I've seen some naughty or nice parties, you can even make some treats around that, some food around the naughty or nice theme. That's pretty fun. My favorite, of course, is ugly sweaters. You can do the ugly sweater party. That's a fun one. Reverse Christmas in July, or reverse Christmas in December. A white party, so everyone dresses up in white, and you can decorate your house with snowflakes, anything to do with Christmas that's kind of like white and light blues, I would say, maybe even silver. A Scrooge party. So if you haven't heard what a Scrooge party is pretty much like people that are sick and tired of hearing Christmas music already or holiday music. You can have a party where it's pretty much like anti-holidays. So no decorations at all that say anything about the holiday season and no holiday music. So that might be a fun one. I mean, I love Christmas music, so that's not going to be me. But I'll still attend a Scrooge party. That's totally fine. I can have one day without Christmas music. So whatever theme you make or whatever theme you decide to go with, make sure that it's fun and make sure that it's consistent throughout. You don't have to do so much decorating for a cocktail party because usually it's more about the mingling and, a lot of people are going to be up. So if anything, you want to make sure that you have enough games maybe set up, like adult games, even like kid games that adult love to play. I mean, that's fun, especially after a few cocktails. That's a lot of fun. So another big tip that's going to help you not stress out so much is going to be if you set up as much as you can ahead of time. So any of the cold appetizers, I would say you can put those out maybe like 20 to 30 minutes ahead of time. Leave them out there so when people come in, they can just pick at it. You can leave the warm food in crock pots or in the warm. Sorry, there might be a lag here because I'm getting like phone calls, but anyways, so crock pots or warm ovens, you can keep the warm food in. You can chafing dishes, you can get those. I'm pretty sure, I want to say that the dollar store has them. So they're not that expensive. You can invest in some of those. Maybe just get a couple, maybe 2 or 3 of the chafing dishes with the, I think that's what they're called, with the little, I forgot what they were called, but the little flames on the bottom. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the dollar store has those. So check those out. And like I said, if you have any games or if you're planning to do like a photo booth, a home photo booth, you can easily make those at home. Set those up the night before if you can, if you don't have kids, because the kids might destroy it. But set those up the night before so that you don't have to do that, especially if you're trying to set up a photo booth. It's kind of time consuming, so definitely set those up before. I would chill the drinks ahead of time. So the beer, you can set it out outside, even in the wintertime. It's, people love cold beer, so you can put that if you invest, or even if you just have a large tub at home, kind of like if you see it, they're usually round, or even a cooler. You can keep a cooler out there, just fill it up with ice, throw in the beers, or the wine coolers. Set those out and have people go out there and grab them. I would probably set out like a recycling bin out there too, so while they're there grabbing another beer, they can just toss the bottles or cans into the recycling bin. So that's less of a mess, and that's also your recycling. You're doing good, so you're staying green. You want to create at least one signature cocktail. Make it, whatever theme you're doing, make sure that it's that. And I would keep those, I would make those ahead of time so it's less stressful, because if you're finishing up something that needs to be cooked or baked, then it's definitely, you can have the signature drinks out already next to the food and just let them grab as they come in. So that's not a bad idea to do that. It's less stressful on you, and you don't have to keep kind of stopping what you're doing, making a drink, and then going back. So definitely do that, especially if you're cooking. You don't want to burn anything. So I would say don't worry about the space. Like usually cocktail parties are going to be done at home most of the time, especially if it's for friends, especially close friends. They don't really care. They'll all just kind of cram into one room. But don't worry about the space that you have. Cocktail parties are usually, like I said, they're usually about mingling, and a lot of people will know each other, so they're just gonna, and even if they don't, they'll get to know each other. So don't worry about having enough tables and chairs. People will find a place to sit. I've sat on the floor before. It's totally fine. I don't care. But it's just, as long as you're making it fun, you're not boring people to death, then they'll be fine. So some things not to not forget about. Yeah. Make sure that you let your guests know that they can help themselves. So even if your close friend comes, maybe not your best friend per se, but your best friend might even still hold off, because if people see that there's food out, they don't know if you're done, or your signature cocktail, they don't know if it's done or if they can just grab it, or if if you want them to pick from another plate first, so they will stay put until they hear that it's okay to pick at it, So make sure as soon as they come in, let them know, hey, help yourself. There's signature drinks here. Have some of that. Try that. This over here. Don't worry about it. Just go for it. So let them know. And then they'll definitely go crazy on it. Hopefully. I'm sure they will. So make sure that you don't forget about to set out the food kind of front and center, and the signature drink too, so that when they come in through the front door, or if you have like a hall into your living room or something, wherever everybody's going to be. Make sure that you are setting up the food around there so that they know, once you let them know, hey, help yourself, then they can just kind of walk around and grab their drink, grab their food, and keep it moving. Or they can come back into the kitchen and talk to you, whichever you prefer. But definitely do that and make sure that it's front and center, that they don't have to go digging through the fridge or something. Make sure that you set up music if it's that kind of party. You know, music, set the tone. If it's a holiday cocktail party, of course you want to play cocktail music. I mean, you can, but you want to play Christmas music, like Christmas music, because if you're waiting for more guests to come in, just everyone can wind down a little bit, and then you can pick up the tempo and have the Christmas music, or poppy kind of Christmas music. Make sure that you are introducing people. So not everybody's going to know each other, especially if it's, you know, a close friend of yours bringing their boyfriend or girlfriend. You might know the girlfriend or the boyfriend, but someone else might not know them. So make sure that you are introducing people, or let the friend know, hey, make sure you introduce them. You know, they haven't met. So make sure, it just makes it less awkward. And after you introduce them, it might take a little bit for people to warm up, but they'll end up warming up. So especially when there's drinks involved and a lot of people and a lot of fun. So they'll start warming up. So don't worry about it. All you have to do is introduce them, and then they'll take it from there. Make sure that you're asking for help, especially when it comes to food or even drinks. So just let them know to bring an item. It doesn't have to be everybody, especially if it's a large group. Just have a couple of your closest friends just cook something. They won't mind, trust me. Don't forget to have fun. That's one thing that we always forget, you know, when you're planning any type of party, whether big or small. We always forget to just enjoy the moment. And a lot of the time the host isn't going to have fun. But the people that are there, your friends, they're going to want you to have fun. So make sure that you set aside some time to chit-chat. You know, don't worry so much about cooking. That's why you want to make sure that you're making enough ahead of time, because we really want to see you have fun. So definitely make sure that you're having fun. Or else why have a party? Then you're not going to want to have parties, and people might think that you're super stressed, and they might not want to come to parties anymore, your parties at least, because they don't want to stress you out. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. My name again is Von Marie Moniz, owner and event planner of Lovely Events by Von. So if you have done a cocktail party, or you have any suggestions, any tips, any questions, please let me know. Share those in the comment section below. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I am always available to answer questions. And if you know someone that loves to throw parties, cocktail parties, any type of parties, if they're doing their own wedding, share this video with them. You know, they might find it useful. I'm sure they will, because I'm full of helpful tips. So, yes, so please, sharing is caring. And thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Thursday. I will see you tomorrow with some more tips.